Hi everybody, we're going to take video notes for the 7th grade Common Core lesson 2.4 out of the Red Book. Our focus of this video notes is going to be multiplying rational numbers, but our focus is only going to be on fractions. I've highlighted 6 things that you need to remember when doing these types of problems. You're going to change all mixed fractions or mixed numbers to improper fractions. You're going to simplify first if possible. Some people call that cross-simplifying. You're going to multiply the numerators, you're going to multiply the denominators, you're going to check to make sure it's simplified again, and then you need to make sure that you include a positive or negative sign, and you're going to follow the rules for integers in order to do that. So we're going to, by direction say evaluate, they also could say simplify, and they all could say find the product. They could also say find the product. So I'm going to evaluate in example 1. I am going to change all mixed numbers to improper fractions. So 2, 4, negative 5 halves, 15, 16, 17, 18 fifths. Now, there is nothing wrong with multiplying negative 5 times 18 and 2 times 5. The problem is I get into big numbers that are more difficult to multiply. So my goal is to simplify first if possible. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So now 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1. And then a negative times a positive is a negative. So my simplified answer is negative 9. An example 2. I'm going to make all improper, change everything to an improper fraction. 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Is there anything I can simplify? There is not. So I go ahead and I get stuck multiplying 77 over 9. A negative times a negative is a positive. If I want, I can go ahead and simplify it. 9 goes in there, 8, 72, that's 5 left over, still positive. Either one of those answers would be acceptable. An example 3. I'm going to make sure that all my fractions are improper. I'm going to change that 7 to a 7 over 1. Now I'm going to look, can I simplify anything before? 7 and 7 is 1, and then there's nothing else. So I have a 1, a 4, and a 1 in the numerator. I have a 1 times 5 times 1 in the denominator. And then 1 times 4 times 1 is 4, not 1, sorry. And then I check for negatives. I have a negative times a negative is a positive. A positive times a negative is a negative. So my answer is negative 4 fifths. Please make sure you're writing down everything that I write down. Please make sure that in the columns you're writing any questions that you may have about how to do any of the problems. Please be prepared to come and discuss this within class. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.